Hello, my name is Brandy Burton, and this is my MyCred ePortfolio project presentation. Throughout this presentation, I will explain how I have demonstrated Bright & Stratton institutional and program outcomes in my MyCred ePortfolio. I will also explain how the contents of my ePortfolio demonstrate knowledge, skills, and behaviors that I will need in my career as a paralegal. One of the institutional outcomes that I completed is information literacy and communication. I utilized appropriate current technology and resources to locate and evaluate information needed to accomplish a goal, and then I communicated those findings in visual, written, and/or oral formats. My evidence of this is my ePortfolio itself. My goal was to create an ePortfolio that would help me to gain employment after graduation. This was accomplished through researching what employers in my field are looking for, and applying that information to documents that I've created throughout my time as a student, and using my technology skills to create a professional ePortfolio. As a paralegal, this is an important skill because I will often be called upon to locate information, whether it's discovery or case law, and communicate those findings to my supervising attorney. Another institutional outcome I completed is relational learning. I transferred knowledge, skills, and behaviors acquired through formal and informal learning and life experiences to new situations. My evidence of this is my legalization of marijuana versus decriminalization of marijuana paper. I use paralegal specific knowledge and skills that I learned from my paralegal courses, such as interpreting and analyzing law and law office related legal documents, in order to create an ethical paper for my analytical thinking course. This is an important skill for a paralegal as we will often be called upon to adapt our skills from one area to another in an effort to problem solve. Another institutional outcome I completed is thinking abilities. I employed strategies for reflection on learning and practice in order to adjust learning processes for continual improvement. The evidence of this is several portfolio projects. Throughout my time as a student, the strength of my work increased as I adjusted my learning processes. My personal injury case was one of my first projects, and my stand your ground case was one of my last. It's easy to see when comparing the two how the strength of my work increased. This is a result of adjusting my learning processes to adapt. As a paralegal, this is an important skill because the law is always changing. It's important that I be able to adjust my learning processes as the law changes so that I can keep up and adapt. Another institutional outcome I completed was quantitative and scientific reasoning. I followed established methods of inquiry and mathematical reasoning to form conclusions and make decisions. My evidence of this is my ecology portfolio project. I followed established methods of inquiry in order to locate information about climate change and its relationship with crime. I used mathematical reasoning to form conclusions about how climate change's increase would impact crime, and then I used that information to make decisions about my paralegal career. This will be important as a paralegal because I will often be called upon to locate information, analyze that data, and then use that data to help make decisions for my clients. Another institutional outcome I completed was community and career. I participated in social learning and professional communities for personal and career growth. My evidence of this is my participation in Food Not Bombs. This has helped my social growth by exposing me to segments of the population that most people are not exposed to and expanding my cultural and emotional understanding of different types of people. This will help my career as a paralegal because it has helped to develop my communication skills, but also exposed me to other segments of the population, such as lawyers, which increase my ability to network. One of the program outcomes I completed was describe and discuss the basic responsibilities, legal and procedure theories, and limitations of paralegal. My evidence of this is my personal injury case for civil litigation. I discussed the responsibilities of a paralegal, such as creating a trial notebook throughout my document. This is important as a paralegal because I must always understood what is expected of me so that I can rise to the occasion and be the best paralegal that I can. I also defined, applied, and defended principles of legal ethics within a variety of settings. My evidence of this is my personal injury case for civil litigation. I discussed items such as interview questions a client should be asked and the ethical reasons for them. This is an important skill for a paralegal to have because paralegals must always act ethically. Acting unethically can reflect badly on the law firm, the supervising attorney, the paralegal themselves, but it can also cause a client to lose their case. I also distinguish appropriate legal terminology and utilize terms correctly in legal documents. My evidence of this is my personal injury case, my trademark infringement case, and my stand your ground case. In each one of these projects, I was required to utilize legal terms correctly. If I did not do that, I would not have created a successful product. As a paralegal, is it important that I always use legal terms correctly? Utilizing legal terms incorrectly could result in lost cases for our clients. I also designed, composed legal documents, including but not limited to correspondence, pleading briefs, and memoranda that are relevant to different substantive areas of law. My personal injury case, my trademark infringement case, and my stand your ground case are all evidence of this. For each one of these projects, I created several different types of legal documents. Each one of these projects is also related to a different substantive area of law. As a paralegal, I will be called upon to create different types of legal documents on a daily basis for my supervising attorneys. Depending on the law firm I'm working in, I may also be called upon to work in different substantive areas of law on a daily basis. I was also able to utilize electronic and print resources to locate primary and secondary law-related legal documents to research, summarize, and evaluate legal issues. My evidence of this is my personal injury case, my trademark infringement case, and my stand your ground case. In each one of these cases, I analyze sources of law as they fit the facts of the case without emotion. As a paralegal, I will be called upon to do this on a daily basis. It is important that I can analyze the sources of law without emotion, as emotion has no basis in law. I also identified and utilized information technology tools and skills in both general and law office related practices. The evidence of this is my legalization of marijuana and decriminalization of marijuana paper. I used information technology and skills to locate sources and then created a document based on the information I found within those sources. For my stand your ground case, I created a project using the same skills, but I created a document that was related to a law office practice. This is important for a paralegal as information technology is everywhere. It is used in every aspect of the law and is an important skill for me to have. I also applied appropriate paralegal specific knowledge, skills, and behaviors to analyze and interpret primary and secondary law sources and related legal documents. My evidence of this is my stand your ground case for criminal law. I used a paralegal specific skill of interpreting law without emotion. This is important as a paralegal because I may not always like my client or I may not think they are ethically right, but they may be right according to the law. It is important that I am able to fight for them to the best of my ability based solely on the law. I believe that this portfolio project demonstrates several Bryant Stratton institutional and program outcomes that will help me to be successful as a paralegal. Thank you for your time.